Africa is rising, and we will no longer bow to foreign control. Our future belongs to our people, and we will fight for it with pride.
Dear viewers, imagine someone telling you that roads cheaper, more durable, and eco-friendly could be built using discarded tires. You might think it's a joke, right? But in Burkina Faso, a visionary leader named Ibrahim Traoré has launched a groundbreaking project that's capturing the world's attention. Yes, in this West African nation, old, worn-out tires, once destined for landfills, are being laid on the ground to form the foundation of roads. This isn't just an experiment, it's becoming a cornerstone of a full-fledged road network. But why did Traoré choose this unconventional path? Is it really cost-effective? Is there an environmental strategy behind it? These questions have puzzled engineers and policymakers worldwide. In this video, we'll dive deep into how this daring project is transforming Burkina Faso's future and why engineers globally are looking to this African nation for inspiration. Trust me, this story is incredibly fascinating, so stay with us until the end. Let's start with some context. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country, has long relied on international loans to sustain itself. Its infrastructure, particularly its roads, was outdated and crumbling. Rural roads often washed away during the rainy season or cracked under the scorching summer heat. Connecting villages to cities was a nightmare. Unpaved, hazardous paths meant ambulances, fire trucks, or school buses could get stuck for hours. These dire conditions pushed Ibrahim Traoré to think outside the box. He needed a solution that was affordable, long-lasting, and environmentally safe. That's when the idea of using old rubber tires for road construction emerged. Now, let's talk about these tires. We're talking about the same tires that pile up in junkyards after vehicles retire them. Burning them releases toxic fumes, and when dumped in rivers or landfills, they pollute the environment for decades. Traoré's team devised a brilliant plan. Arrange these tires uniformly on the ground, layer them with a special cement mixture that bonds tightly to the rubber, and create a road surface that withstands extreme weather. Experts say this technique is not only eco-friendly, but also 40% cheaper than traditional road construction. Plus, these tire-based roads absorb shocks from earthquakes and heavy rains better than conventional ones. Why? Rubber's natural compressibility allows it to flex without breaking, unlike rigid asphalt. The impact? Small villages that once took 5 hours to reach from major cities are now accessible in just 1 hour. This has revolutionized connectivity, boosting trade, healthcare access, and education. But Traoré didn't stop at building roads. He created jobs. Thousands of young Burkinabes are employed in every stage of the process, from collecting and cleaning tires to laying them and pouring cement. This has reduced unemployment and instilled a sense of pride in local communities. People now feel they're part of their country's progress. Here's an interesting twist. Local engineers suggested filling the gaps between tires with sand or specialized plastic materials to enhance durability. This idea is being tested, and early results are promising. By using locally available, discarded materials like tires, Burkina Faso has also slashed its reliance on imported construction materials like bitumen and asphalt, which strain foreign exchange reserves. This clever move has allowed Traoré to outmaneuver international economic pressures quietly but effectively. The world is taking notice. Delegations from African nations like Mali, Niger, and Chad have visited Burkina Faso to study this road-building model, hoping to replicate it. European environmental organizations have dubbed it the Eco-Road Model, praising its potential to reduce pollution if adopted in low-traffic urban areas globally. For Traoré, though, this isn't just about roads, it's a mindset. It's about trusting local ingenuity and proving that even a resource-scarce nation can astonish the world with determination and clear intent. And Burkina Faso is doing just that. Now, let's shift gears to another ambitious project, an artificial canal system designed to transform Burkina Faso's agriculture. For years, farmers in rural areas watched their crops wither due to unreliable rainfall. Seeds were sown, but without water, fields remained barren. Hunger was common, and farmers could only pray for rain. When Traoré took office, he wasn't just a politician. He was a leader rooted in the realities of his people. He knew that a prosperous nation starts with prosperous farmers. His solution? A network of man-made canals to deliver water to parched lands. These canals aren't just ditches. They're engineered to store rainwater and distribute it to fields year-round. Farmers no longer depend on unpredictable clouds or desperate prayers. With water in their control, they're growing not just staples like wheat, rice, and maize, but also vegetables and fruits. This boost in production is strengthening food security, reducing reliance on imports, and even opening the door to agricultural exports. The ripple effects are huge. More crops mean more income, better nutrition, and a stronger economy. Foreign exchange reserves are growing, and Burkina Faso is inching closer to self-sufficiency. Let's zoom out for a moment and consider the bigger picture. Traoré's vision isn't limited to roads or canals. Building an entirely new kind of city in the heart of Burkina Faso, a solar-powered city. Picture this, a modern, eco-friendly metropolis where no electric poles dot the skyline, no fossil fuels power homes, and no hefty utility bills burden residents. Every house, school, hospital, and factory will have solar panels on its roof, generating its own energy. This isn't a distant dream. It's taking shape day by day. Burkina Faso, where darkness once blanketed homes even during the day, is now embracing sunlight as its power source. In the past, women cooked over wood fires, and children studied by lantern light. Traoré's solar city will change that forever. Beyond ending the energy crisis, this project is creating jobs for young people trained to manufacture, install, and maintain solar panels. It's a win-win, clean energy and economic opportunity. This solar city isn't just a collection of buildings. It's a blueprint for Burkina Faso's future. It will feature modern schools where kids learn cutting-edge technology, solar-powered buses that emit no pollution, and free solar-powered internet zones to connect youth to the global world. Imagine a nation once invisible on the global map, now leading the way in sustainability, energy independence, and self-reliance. That's the Burkina Faso Traoré is building. To make this story even more inspiring, let's look at the human side. Take Esada, a young woman from a small village near Ouagadougou. She used to spend hours collecting firewood for her family. Now, she's training to become a solar panel technician, earning a steady income and dreaming of opening her own business. Or consider Moussa, a farmer who lost crop after crop to drought. With the new canals, his fields are thriving, and he's sending his children to school for the first time. These are real people whose lives are being transformed by Traoré's vision. But what makes Traoré's approach truly unique? It's his refusal to wait for foreign aid. Instead of relying on handouts, he's leveraging local resources, whether it's discarded tires, rainwater, or sunlight to drive progress. This self-reliance is a powerful message to other developing nations. You don't need external validation to succeed. With clear intent and collective effort, any country can rewrite its story. The global impact of these projects is undeniable. Universities in Europe and North America are studying Burkina Faso's tire roads as a model for sustainable infrastructure. Agricultural experts are analyzing the canal system to adapt it for other arid regions. And renewable energy advocates are hailing the solar city as a prototype for climate-friendly urban planning. Burkina Faso, once known for its struggles, is now a beacon of innovation. So viewers, what's the takeaway? Ibrahim Traoré's journey isn't just Burkina Faso's story. It's a spark of hope for Africa, the global south, and marginalized communities everywhere. If you believe this tale of resilience and ingenuity deserves to be heard, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with friends, family, and anyone who needs inspiration. Let the world see that change doesn't always come from superpowers. It can start with a single leader, a bold idea, and a determined people. In the comments below, tell us, which of Traoré's projects impressed you the most? The tire roads, the canals, or the solar city? And if you want more stories like this, stories that inform, inspire, and touch your heart, subscribe to our channel. That way, every new tale of hope and transformation will reach you first. Let's keep spreading stories that matter. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.